So the wife is out, and this heater, this Dyson hot and cold heater, which was given to me, and when I received it, these holes, these filter holes, were completely blocked up. So I did a video on unblocking them, and yeah, sure enough, the whole thing sprang back to life and it was blowing out loads of hot air and working well. But I don't know where it was before. I inherited it, and the smell from the musty house, pets or whatever it is, it really pungent, and it must be because I've cleaned out this from here downwards is all clean, so it must be in this all this area here that the contamination is, and it's unusable. And I said to my boy, I said, well, he said, don't worry Dad, it will fade after a few weeks. And do you know what, it hasn't. It still smells like a room full of dogs whenever you turn it on. So I did try and get this, separate this plastic silver part here from the white, but it is glued with double-sided sticky tape or compound all the way around, and I started to break it free, and I thought, you know what, I've got better things to do with my time. So what to do to get this clean? So I used to work in the electronics industry, and we did a lot of manufacturing, and we had a aqueous cleaning line. After the printed circuit boards were flow soldered or wave soldered or reflow soldered, we used to clean them in an aqueous cleaning line. And the cleaning chemicals, that was because of the Montreal Protocol. You weren't allowed to use chlorinated hydrocarbon solvents, things like Arclone, to clean your boards. Before that protocol came in, the electronics factories were awash with fumes from CFCs, which is dangerous to the ozone layer. So we had to buy this really expensive stuff to put in the solution for the aqueous cleaning line. And with a little bit of the help of the safety data sheet and the constituent chemicals, I discovered that it's pretty much the same as dishwasher tablets. So this is a bucket, this is a 20-litre bucket full of hot water with 3 dishwasher tablets in it. And if you look at this unit over here, you can see there is electronics up here, and it will get wet and it will have to dry out properly before I turn it on, obviously. But it shouldn't do any damage to the actual components or the metal because they're all machine washable. There may be something in there which is suspect or vulnerable, but it's only going to be in there for 20 minutes, and it will be allowed to dry out for a week or so just to make sure, or I'll put it upside down and blow cold through it. But it may knacker it completely, but it's no use to me at the moment. The only thing I could think of was cut the top off, and I'd probably damage something, but it's unusable because of the smell. So this is going to check, and if this works, it'd be a good way to sanitize one of these heaters, because you can't. You can do the bottom half, as seen in the previous video, but you can't do the top half. So let's get hold of the thing, and I'll dunk it in carefully. That bucket, I think, is about the right depth to immerse all that part there down to where the motor is. The motor end's about here, so I'm not going beyond this point. But hopefully it'll freshen it up. But boy, it's not usable otherwise. So let's get on to it without further ado and give her a good old dunking. So here we go. I'll dunk it in and I'll come back to you actually, because I don't want to over dunk, do I? Well, the heater is in the bucket. The heater is in the bucket. I don't know if that's been said before, but it's nice. Look at the stuff coming out already. Look at that. So I'm going to do up and down a few times. So I know now that I can't go deeper, but I could drop it doing it single-handedly. Let's just see what comes out of the water's getting good and black. Hopefully that's all the smelliness coming out. I'll leave it in there for a bit and we'll check the water at the end of the dunking. So what I'm doing, so I'll come back to you and see whether it's successful or whether it's just completely blown up the heater, but something had to be done. Yeah, so quite good exercise. Look at this. Every time I put it up, it's calmed down a bit now, but there's great goods of black and dust and the water's gone grey now. So hopefully that's all the stuff that's been smelling, but we'll find out when she's dried out. But I'm going to do this for another 10 minutes, so I'll do it for 25 minutes altogether and see what it does for us. Good fun though. Look, it's pink. I wonder if they had a pink carpet in their house. Something pink. Strange, eh? I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, it's horrible. This stinks, this water. I might give it a rinse actually. So that's where she is now, on the radiator for the next 48 hours at least. Then I'll power it up and we can have a look, can't we? See whether she still smells and, even more importantly I guess, see if she still works. Well, the Dyson's been on the radiator for 3 days and I fired her up early this morning. She still works. This is good news. No steam came out. There was nothing untoward happened at all. And guess what? She doesn't smell anymore. That's fantastic, because it was dreadful before. Now that clean out has really sanitised that horrible pet sort of heatery smell that you get from really clogged up heaters. It's got lots of fine dust and particles in them. Yeah, so that was worthwhile. I'm glad I didn't persevere to take the cover off, because it would have been very destructive getting that aluminium or silver coloured surround off the heater itself. So yeah, I'm calling that a success. Yeah, it needs a bit of a clean on the outside. It's got some handprints and things on it, but it's working fine and it smells good. So don't recommend you do this at home unless you know what you're doing, and if you do it, it's at your own risk, and let it dry out for a long time on a radiator until you're confident that it's dry, because if you turn it with water inside, something could happen, let's face it. But yeah, dishwasher tablets, hot water, lots of slooshing about, and she's fixed. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have a moment, subscribe to the subscription point down there just to reward me for my efforts, and if you've got a Dyson heater, good luck with it.